Greetings, traveller. I'm JJ, and this is the Ravens Review. Today we're having the first look at the Hammerkunst series Gudmond short sword sold by Mithelon in Germany. Now, the Hammerkunst series does have a history of being not very well liked amongst LARPers, mainly because they tend to hurt a lot and they broke a lot. Now, however, the Hammerkunst series is back. They've made improvements, at least they say so, and we will test that in a short while. The one that we'll be reviewing today is the Gudmond short sword. Before, Hammerkunst would be shipped in a thin plastic cover. Nothing that was durable or would protect the sword from bending and chipping or any such things. Now, however, bubble wrap and cardboard protects the tip and protects the guard. So let's see what it looks like. Between then and now, Mithelon has had another series produced, the Battle Standard, which we'll get back to in a later episode. For now, this. It does have some flaws in production here. There's some cracking in the surface, there's some bubbles that make it not so nice. The grip is rubber, feels sticky. The pommel is solid rubber. The guard is exceptionally flexible, perhaps more than it should be, but it does bounce back nicely. Other than that, it's got a nice little edge to it. Nothing sharp, nothing intentionally bad. Now, this is the sword short, and it is, at least for my case, intended for junior players. In part because the length, yeah. Otherwise, use with a shield and you'll be good. My biggest quip here is the grip. It's made to look like it's a wire wrap. And that actually looks pretty convincing, but as I mentioned, it feels sticky. It makes you think that you have a residue on your hand, which you probably do. It's probably some rub off of the rubber here. Now, it is not a latex sword. It is a polyethylene foam, I think. Got a flex to it, both directions, of course. Glass fiber core, and the tip protection is possibly adequate. I can actually feel the edge of the core as I press against it here, which may give some shearing problems that were quite common in the old Hammerkunst swords. Yeah, that's going to be fun for the juniors. It hits hard. It's not a light foam, and even without a lot of force to this, it does leave a mark. Well, not on that side, but it should definitely leave a mark on that side. It's starting to turn red. I don't know if it shows up. We'll do some testing with it. Aside from just hitting ourselves with it, gonna see how well it fares with accuracy, how well it fares against an opponent also equipped with one of these, and yeah, let's see. Now, I mentioned the battle standards before, and that's because a month ago I got 4 battle standard swords, and they lasted for a total of about 4 hours before they were all broken. Mithelon got back to me about the battle standard swords and explained that there had been an issue in production. Similar to the Hammerkunst? Yeah. well, the Hammerkunst of old anyway. We'll see how this fares. But first of all, it is a soft foam, it is compressible, although you do have to use some strength to get it. It's not loose on the core, which was also a problem with the battle standards. So yeah, I'm actually a bit excited about this. Let's give it a go. Now, this is not a latex sword, which means that it does not have a skin on it, except for the paint. I suspect the paint will get scuff marks fairly quickly. We've seen that in other sorts of this type, and it'll just leave a black mark where the paint has been rubbed off. The advantage of it not being a latex sword is, of course, if people have latex allergies, that's kind of bad for them. And UV light, the sun, is not good for latex. It'll dry it out, it'll crackle, it will peel off. Which is why a lot of manufacturers have been using a coating to make it proof against that. It also helps keep the foam underneath from falling apart. If we try to pinch it here, it does not appear to come off on its own, which is good. I had some Chinese lap swords where you could just tear the foam apart. Not good quality. This does seem like better quality than most of the swords out there, although for junior swords, this is going to be fun. We'll have it a test. First of all, the accuracy. A lot of lap swords are not terribly accurate. You'll make a strike towards something, and because of either the grip, which in this case is oval, oval is good. Oval or square gives you a good grip, that gives you good edge alignment for when you do the, well, you're not going to actually cut anything with this, but you're still supposed to pretend to cut with it. But there are some where it will glance off to the side for some reason or other. It's possibly aerodynamics, although I'm not entirely sure why that would fit into it like that, being as broad as a blade as that is. An aerofoil, a thin blade, definitely can glance off to the side easy. A thick stick does not. But yeah, accuracy. Does seem to be somewhat accurate. Trying to do cuts against the same place here. Thrust. You're not supposed to thrust with them. They're not stab safe. But there are some techniques in law where you can make it look like you thrust anyway. There is some flex to it. I mean, this is one thing I kind of force it, even though steel sword is supposed to do this. The bad thing with larp swords is occasionally the core is not shaped for it. So when you stop a blow, it's a spring. So that's the first impression. Not excited about the grip. Otherwise, seems okay. Next up, unboxing a second one. Don't worry, I'm not going to show that. And then give it a whirl. I'm joined today by my lovely assistant, who will remain anonymous, so we'll call him Sharon.
For that is a good name for an assistant.
By the way, ladies, he's single, so place your bets. just as expected, after a brief fight, it is actually full of scuff marks where the paint is cracked and fallen off. And now, on to some destructive tests. After a good solid testing and some serious hits, one sword has come slightly apart at the tip here. There are no real further marks down the length of the sword, but the other sword came out just fine. Final complaint would be the grip itself. I have talked about it before. It is very slim, and it could do with a layer of leather on the outside instead of this rubber grip. Is it worth the price? 90 euros? Probably not. Would I recommend it for a junior LARP? No, I wouldn't. The foam is heavy, it's dense, it hits with a power that you don't intend for. Very much similar to the old Hammerkunst, which has been banned throughout many LARP associations. Especially when it gets cold in the winter, the foam gets extra hard, and it just hurts like a no-go. So, recommend? No. Thank you for watching. You've been a wonderful audience. I'm JJ, this is the Ravens Review, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.